how to play it away, how to win away. Another day, another love song. Another day, another love song. Tired keeps slipping away, away. Another day, another love song. Another day, another love song.
We back.
We back.
Alrighty.
Woo.
Second episode.
Yeah, second one.
Second. All right. Before anything, how you feeling about this?
About what?
Being recording second episode now.
Well, I mean, for one, we had one recorded already. We both didn't like it as well, but I wasn't supposed to delete it. But unconsciously, I went over to the camera and I was looking through it. And for some reason, I just clicked delete. And I was like, oh, shit, I just deleted the video. So then we're already talking about doing a second one. But then I was like, now we kind of have to.
we're like, I literally said, I think we should like sleep on it and wait till tomorrow. And like, no, we can't.
We can't. We got to.
But I'm okay with that, though. I didn't really fuck with the first one.
Yeah, me neither. And it's fine.
It's fine.
It's literally fine. Even if it wasn't deleted, I would have been like, we're doing another one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So. It was still going to be deleted either one way or another.
Yeah.
But it's just funny how it happened. Like, I deleted the video. I'm like, dude.
And the thing is, I didn't realize it. Like, I'm telling you, so I was like, oh, shit. Like, I was like,
Oh, I know you
so,
I saw you look at me. I was like.
All right, so this one, I already had an idea how to start it before we left to North Carolina. But when we uploaded the first one, I was just really overwhelmed with the outcome. So I kind of wanted to address that as well.
Yeah.
But I'll start off just addressing the first two shout-outs I had. It was just two of my cousins, Frankie and Jerry. I guess Frankie's going to be a dad in a couple months. So that's going to be really interesting to see and deal with. Yeah, man, congrats. You already know how I feel. I already told you everything. So
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wish you luck, and, I'm here for you. And Jerry was more, finally got a step closer to his dream job.
Career.
Yeah, starting his career off after, like, 2 or 3 years of denials. No, I get it. But, like, every time I got a denial, like, I would feel it, too. Like, as in, like, my dude's not going the place he wants to, Mm-hmm. And I would always be like, is he not giving it 100? Is it the other side? Because I've been in that spot where it's like, it's not you. You're just waiting for the response, and it just takes so long where it's like you have no control over it.
And the whole waiting time, all you do just overthink.
Yeah, so like obviously I wondered about him and everything, but I'm glad that when he sent me that screenshot, I was like, oh shit.
He's like a step closer.
Yeah, so to both of them, I called them up, and one of them I met up with that night, but yeah, I gave them their flowers because I'm happy that when the people you love are doing good and they're happy, it's everything to you. Yeah. So that's to them too. That's just how I was gonna start with the first one, explaining it.
Yeah. Just
the before we left. But when we uploaded the first one, and we saw the fucking
the reaction.
The reaction to it, yeah, like I said in the previous one where I was like, even if it's 12 views and
like 6
and like and 6 of them are me, and it's not as looked into as you would have thought. Like I was just expecting that like 1 or 2, 3 people just being like sick, this or that, but it was just too much to the point where I was like, damn, it's one after another, whether it was a story, like whether it was the subscribing part, because like we'd get the notifications, but we couldn't tell who unless you have your like your subscription like not on private or something like that. So it's on public. Yeah. So when I got home, I could see a bit more, and I was surprised to see like some names, and I was like, oh shit! And from the comments and everything,
DMs,
and then people who actually like watched all of it, and then people who, like had it on their TV, and then shit, bro, it was just sick. It was a sick feeling. So March 31st is literally marked in me because we were waiting at the airport, and I was just feeling so good that like I haven't felt like that in a couple of years. So I was like, damn, I'm like, fuck, this feels good.
And I remember telling you like. You said it even I think before we were waiting. I'm like I don't want to make it sound bad, but I'm like more excited to come back and record for the podcast than the festival.
Than the actual festival. Yeah.
And I get you because I felt the same way. I'm like, okay, good thing it's the first one because I was feeling it it too.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to sound bad, but like either way, like it was so. It was just like not the repost, the likes of the stories, people, and then me seeing you, like what people were telling you, and then the comments, bro. It was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Even to this day, like right now, it's just still. It feels so damn good.
People I don't even like know personally and everything. It's just like I saw one specific name. I was like, "What? How did this person see?" I'm like, "Is this the person I'm thinking, or is it?" Because you posted it too, so I was like, "Or is it someone you know?" So then I was like trying to figure that out, and then I saw that this person also gave a like on my story. So then I was like, it has to be that person. Oh, okay, so then I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't even know you, but I was like, damn, thanks.
I know one thing that kind of took me aback that hit me hard a bit was when they messaged you, and they're like, damn, like you guys were friends in high school and they're still friends now and helping each other's craft and everything. That shit hit me the most because I'm like, oh shit, like people remember those little details. Like that was like what? That was sophomore year and
junior year.
Junior year? That's like what, almost 6 years now? 5-6 years? Or like 5 years?
It's gonna be 6 when we started.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like, damn, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, that should really hit me too. And not gonna lie, a lot of moments, I did get teared up a bit.
Oh my God. But you were also, we had a couple of, I'm not gonna say how many, but we had a couple of shots before we left. Oh. And I feel like that made it worse for you because I'm like, why is this motherfucker tearing up?
I look in the car like,
I was just like, I tell him what I just got, and I just see him. What the fuck?
But I mean, honestly, like the thing is that like what makes me so happy and proud of this is just that the fact that it came from, honestly, just from pure heart. Like this main thing.
The whole idea?
Yeah, just because this wasn't like we weren't a part of something. We weren't listening to someone else or following a certain rules or criteria like steps.
Oh, like as in like give me your game plan and I'll follow it.
Yeah, like this was completely free round. Like we did our research, you know. I'll tell you, I'm really proud of this fucking setup too, just because we're huge fans of music and like to create this background of it. It just like to see that people fucked with it. They like the title. Cause people told me they like the title of the podcast, like Insomniacs. Like oh shit, like you know, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. And then the background, it looks so dope as fuck. I'm like, damn. That creativity that I kind of felt like I never had is like finally being shown. Yeah,
the shit that stuck with me the most was when someone told me, like, you know, like that made them think about what the fuck they want to do. Because that was the main reason of wanting to do this too, where it's like, when, you know, like, you don't know what the fuck to do. Like, you're on a boat. That's how I see everything. I'm like, we're on the same boat where it's like we have no idea what the fuck we want to do. And even people that you think know it, like they're still shaky about shit. Yeah. And like, I feel like a lot of people front about it, but I just put it out there. I'm like, I really don't I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I really have no clue. And then this turned into one of those things where it's like, just do it. Yeah. You know, and then hearing that someone like, oh, like, you know, like that makes me like, I see you doing this and that, like makes me want to do something. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing anything really. Yeah. But I'm like, if it motivates you to do something, I'm like, that's more than I could ask for, like, honestly, on the feedback kind of thing.
And there was like no intention of that either. Like we weren't intending like, oh, hopefully we do this, we inspire people.
Oh hell no, like, hell no, we're too fucking idiots. I don't think I'm gonna inspire anybody to do anything. But if it sparks like the flame to want to do something, I wouldn't even take credit for it. I'm like, that was all you. That's all you.
Because I mean that's kind of how we take things too. I mean, we got inspired by a lot of different areas, you know, to do this. Not just, it was just not out of the blue. Like we got different inspirations from different things. Yeah. But yeah, huge shout out to everyone who viewed, subscribed, liked, commented. It's just I'm pretty sure we're just gonna be just happy and happy.
That was a Thursday when we uploaded and everything. I was getting messages up until Monday when we came back. Just saying, you know, like seeing these names pop up on my phone. I'm like, bro, I haven't spoken to you in years, months, whatever. And I'm like, and you actually watched that shit? I'm like, damn. It was, and coming from those people, I'm like, shit. Like I would have thought you would have been one of those people to laugh or something. I'm like, damn, I appreciate it for real.
You know, it was such a beautiful moment, especially like. It's just crazy how like we were on the other side of the fucking country. Yeah. Me and seeing all those messages and everything, I'm like, oh, that's when I'm like, can't wait to fucking go back.
It comes back to, I'm gonna come back to the whole shout out to Frankie. I'm gonna just share his story on how he listened to it or how he told me. So I get a snap from him Monday morning or whatever, and he's like, he actually just told me about it. I'm like, great, here comes the fucking clown. I'm like, great. I was like, what's up? Yeah, because he's like, yo, bro. He's like, I don't know, I forgot what he said, and I was like, fuck, here we go. And then he's like, man, I just listened to your the episode. He's like, I listened to it while I was taking a shit. He's like, my legs went numb. I'm like, I'm sure it's from the sitting. But I don't know if he watched all of it, if he did, if he didn't, but he checked it out, and I appreciate that, man.
Either way, yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thanks everyone, man. That shit was a beautiful feeling.
Yeah, I want it, like, I could go one by one right now, but it'd probably take the whole fucking episode. I'll be like, nah, man, I just can't. But I really do appreciate every single one of you, for sure.
So just, if you guys want to keep on supporting, please go ahead. But seriously, it was a beautiful, beautiful ass moment, and it, like you said, March 31st is gonna be cemented forever.
Yeah, for me, yeah, for sure.
For sure, it was.
Wait, you did watch the first?
I did.
Full?
No,
you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't.
So I've been waiting on it, and I think it was Friday night, and I wasn't, or Saturday night. Yeah.
You watched it over there?
Yeah, I watched it over there in North Carolina, and I finished watching. I was first watching the first podcast, the one that we got inspired to do this, the Mallory Bros. I was watching them, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch mine. Let's see how it is. And I was watching it, and for a brief moment, I got like so lost into it because I was just focusing onto it. I'm like, oh shit, like it's kind of like connected with me. Be like, oh shit, this is ours. Like,
yeah,
it was cringy as fuck. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I bet. That's why I didn't watch it. I do the editing, which isn't much right now, but I just synced it and I was like, I'm done. I ain't looking this shit again. That's when people tell me like, oh, when you guys talked about this, I thought this is, and I'm like, I don't remember 100%, but I'm not looking back. But I'm like, I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it made me feel cringe and embarrassed, but I felt more of like, damn. I was like kind of brave.
Yeah.
To put this out.
To do it, yeah.
It is a scary fucking thing.
It is, man.
You're putting yourself out there for everyone and anyone.
That Wednesday night before we left, I really my nerves were just turning and shit. I was like, damn. I was like, the fuck am I doing? But before we move on from the whole like shout out, I forgot one last one. It was just to my brother because he actually gave me like constructive criticism on like everything he said. I already knew, but like I'm glad that the people that know me could tell too. Excuse me, but
like pointed it out.
Yeah, he's like saying what he realized about me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, trust, bro, I know. I'm like, everything you just said is facts. Like I can't even like. I'm not even gonna say like, nah, you're tripping. But I'm like, it's true. Like that's exactly I did that exactly because I felt that way.
Yeah.
You know, and like obviously this kid knows me, so. But it surprised me that he kind of like
in depth about it.
I'm like,
because obviously that shows that he watched it all.
Yeah, you know? Or either watched me. Fucking, he's probably like, this motherfucker. This motherfucker ain't nothing like this. Fuck out of here.
Oh man.
Yeah, but a big shout out to him too though, cause I haven't seen him, but.
For me, a huge shout out to my mom. She was telling me how she was so excited and waiting to hear it. But I'm like, she's like, oh yeah, I listened to it, but I didn't understand anything of it because she only speaks Spanish. So she's like, oh, I didn't understand anything, but I still listened to it. I was like, thank you. And she was like, oh yeah, then I shared it to your uncle and I told him to share it to other people. So I shared it with my cousin in San Diego. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But then she would tell me, like, she would get so happy and excited seeing, like, the views go up and the subscribers go up. So I'm like,
she's probably like,
the views you?
She's probably like 150 of them, honestly, not even gonna lie.
But honestly, that just, I don't know, that just really, especially the whole, like, the fact that she went out her way to tell other people. Obviously, she'll do it because she's my mom, but then other people did it too.
Yeah.
Like, just to like comment about it. Like, fuck up on DM. Like, oh, this is dope as fuck or this and that.
Like my cousin Brenda, she was like, I'm happy for you. Yeah. Like, that's literally all she said. And I was like, damn, like, fuck. Like, I love all you guys for real. Yeah. And back to right now when you said she only speaks Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why my brain went to 7th grade when this kid asked. The teacher said she was from Argentina.
Uh-huh.
So some kid said, "Do you speak Argentinian?"
Okay.
And he was dead serious.
Oh.
And everyone turned to look at him, and he was like sitting like this, like chilling.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, like this, but like he had like that shaky leg thing,
Uh-huh.
and he was just looking, and like, everyone just looked at him and like, "You mean Spanish?"
Damn.
Yeah, but thank you guys, and saying that about the kid. There's one thing I wanted to bring up that I realized a couple weeks ago, but I was like, I want to talk about this, but at some point, and it's just a statement about food. It's not anything crazy. It's just a statement that I realized. And if you put hot sauce, any hot sauce, Valentina, tapat, anything, in the fridge, you're fucking weird. You're weird. I don't care. We already talked about it before on the first shoot, and I can't accept it. I'm sorry. Like, it's, if you do it, cool. But like, to me, it's just weird because anything I put hot sauce on isn't cold. Other than what you brought up about the fruit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I can see it that way. That's the only way. Other than that, anything else is heated. I'm like, and since the only way I see I'm picky with food is if it's supposed to be warm, I want that shit blazing hot.
Oh.
As in, like, because by the time I'm eating it, it's going to cool off. And like, the whole point is, you know?
You know, right when you mentioned the whole hot sauce thing, I don't know why I thought about like the movie theaters. Because in the movie theaters, they have little packets of like Valentina. But obviously, like,
What the fuck?
Yeah, they have
Where?
little packets. Like, right here, the MC.
Oh, shit.
The MCs, yeah. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, wait, that's fucking true. They're not like cold or anything. They're all warm.
Room temp.
Room temperature, yeah. So I'm like, so I was thinking, and then at my jobs, we have hot sauces too.
Room temp.
All of them are room
There
temperature.
is all room temp.
Everything's room temperature.
So I want to know, where the fuck did you learn to be like, let's put it in the fucking fridge?
Actually thinking about them, like, that's fucking true. I didn't even think about it until right now. I'm like, that's fucking true. Because I was telling him, like, about earlier, like, we would put, like, my family, we put Valentina sometimes, not all the time, in the fridge. But we'd eat it with, like, cold fruit, like watermelon and all that stuff. Because it's cold and cold. So we don't want cold and then warm. Just, you know.
Yeah.
But that's just Valentina. That's about it. But everything else, I don't know. I didn't never really give it a thought about it. Like, I've seen hot sauces in fridges. I'll be like, because I don't really eat hot sauce to begin with, like that, like with food or anything like that. So
The only reason I bring it up is because, sorry, George, if you hear this. But he's like, oh, I'm gonna bring tapatio. Who's gonna actually like eat it? This and that. I was like, I bring Maruchan once in a while. I'm like, yeah, I'll have it with that. And I was looking for it one day. And I was like, in the cabinets. I was like, where the fuck is tapatio? And then I opened the fridge. I'm like, what kind of demented? So I took it out and I put it back in the cabinet. And then I think we had like a meeting like 2 days later. And he was looking for it. He's like, where is it? And I was going to tell him, like, it's up there. But I was like, nah, I'm not going to tell him. And he finally was like, who put it up here? I was like, I don't know. So he put it back in the fridge. And then like 2 days later, he's like, what did he say? Oh, I asked him. I don't know where. I was like, hey, how come you put the... I know, but I was just like, how come you put the hot sauce in the fridge? I'm like, isn't that weird?
it's so bad.
He's like, I don't know if he said like, oh, it tastes better like that or something. I'm like, well, I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, you do you, man. But I mean, if he hears this, I'm sorry, man. No.
You see if everyone that worked out, why you fucking do that?
But hey, I'm doing you guys a favor. I'm like, you know how bad it is to have like my hot Maruchan right there just waiting and just being like cold ass tapatio, and I'm like, okay.
Well, wouldn't you argue that could potentially like cool it down?
What did I just say about my food?
Oh, okay.
That's the only part where I'm picky with food.
That's you.
Yeah.
I'm picky with all my food, yeah.
Anyways, that's a different combo for a different day. But yeah, we just got back from North Carolina, Dreamville Fest.
Right, LA.
What? Yesterday night.
Last night, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
You tired?
Yeah, I still feel a little
Jet lag?
honestly. Since I haven't traveled in like 4 or 5 years now, like the flights were long, sitting, waiting. A lot of the trip was just waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting. So yeah, my body definitely feels it. I'm not used to it, but honestly, it's probably one of the best experiences I've had in a while.
The festival itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The festival.
Okay.
Everything else outside of it. No shade to
outside of the festival. Fuck Durham.
Okay. Okay. The only reason why it was very fucking creepy, in my opinion, it's just all nothing but forest. So we were born and raised in cities, obviously. So when you're there and all you see is forest, and then the night it's nothing but pitch black.
Nah, look. I don't give a fuck. Like you just said in cities, you're right. But I would 100% rather go to my dad's pueblo than go back to Durham. At least to Durham.
Not only that too, like the city itself, it was dead.
Yeah.
There was like no people around. There were cars on the streets, but not a lot.
Very rare.
So we're like, what the like I could only imagine how it looked during like COVID, like lockdown, bro.
Yeah.
It felt like no one was there. And it was a weekend too, so you'd expect people walking in and out of bars and shit like that.
Yeah.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only traffic was at the festival. That's the only traffic I saw. Everywhere else was dead.
Then the fucking streetlights were purple.
Oh my god. There was a street where only the streetlights were like on one side. So half of it was like pitch black. And then it was like hills, so you couldn't see over it.
And the other half was purple. Purple and spaced out. I'm kind of like, bro, this is straight up. I'm like, I would bet money to be like horror films were filmed here. Or based off of this shit. Because I'm like, god damn. Like,
that shit was creepy. Everything was close to gas stations. There was no like 7-Elevens around. Like obviously things that we're not used to. So I'm like, fuck.
And then even the gas station we found open that Sunday night, the lady told you that they're not usually
they're not supposed to be open either way.
Yeah.
And also isolated, dead. Like it just felt like we were in a fucking horror movie. Like you're gonna see some like I just thought about the SpongeBob stuff. The hash slinging slasher.
Oh, the buzz.
Dead ass. It was. But the festival itself, though, going back.
Festival itself was, I loved it. I loved it. Loved it. Loved it. And I want to go back for sure, but I want to do it right where we don't have to go to Durham. Yeah. The thing is, it was also like last minute because it was in between Rolling Loud. At least not the dates as well, but like the whole planning and stuff.
The decision making.
Yeah, and then obviously that one fell through, and it's just you couldn't concentrate on one. So I get why some people couldn't make the other one and would want to begin with because it's so far.
Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other side of the fucking country, but definitely if there is a festival next year, Cole said it. He's like, see y'all next year.
Yeah.
If there is one, we're going 100%. Again.
And I'm assembling the Avengers for that one. So, like, I already got a couple people saying like, yeah. So I will make a group chat and I'll be like, so where's the yeah? Huh? Yeah.
So,
but with time too. Just so you guys have enough time to get money.
Start saving up now.
Yes, Earl.
But seriously, it was a beautiful. It was not only just because of the artists, obviously, like Cole, Ari Lennox, like all the artists were, but also like the people around her too. Just because obviously everyone was there for
a reason.
Like
the main reason. It's not like Rolling Loud when it's like three different artists and stuff.
It's huge. Like this was a very, I don't know if the right word is intimate, right word to use. Like it was just a very small festival, as in. People really fucked with that label, Dreamville. Yeah. Like, people really, really fucked.
It's not like you could go ask someone and be like, do you like J. Cole?
Yeah, and then I remember when we were at the airport, when we got to the airport, in Durham, like, he was wearing his Dreamville hoodie, and then we saw, like, a couple wearing the Dreamville shirt.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And no, like,
I saw him, I was like, it's our people.
This gang here. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful festival. Like it just looked beautiful too. It was all green, flowers. Music was popping all the time. It was drinks, pretty cool. We got a little souvenir there too. Overall, great as experiencing Cole so close.
Yeah. I mean, I know we seen him 4 times, and obviously number 1 is always gonna be the For Your Eyes Only show, just because if you had to put everything overall, it's that one. Yeah. Even though the seats were like, different, and it was just like
younger too. We were 17.
16. Oh, I was 16.
I was 17, yeah.
And then what else? Oh yeah, but performance wise, this is really, really tied with that one, just because I really did fuck with it. Yeah. A lot. Yeah, but I mean, never know about next year, so
I know. And then in the airport, on the way back, we ran into Boss. I took a picture with him. Chenda took a picture with him too. And then also we ran into Ebe. They're really cool people too, but obviously they were tired.
Yeah,
They just,
sure.
they were exhausted, but they were really cool. They were on our flight too. They're all the way in first class, and we're all in the back of the plane. But they're really cool.
All you could do is say what's up as you walk by.
Yeah. I'm like, look at my tattoos for cool. But yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful experience.
Yeah, so I'll say it again. Avengers,
assemble.
Be ready.
Be ready. Start saving up because it was fucking worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it. Oh shit.
Oh wait, hold up. One thing we didn't talk about. We drove to 2014.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So before, I remember when we first bought the tickets back in September.
Yeah, that was like one of the main ideas.
We literally said we have to go there.
Yeah.
We have to go there. Like, there's no way that we can't.
We're like so close by.
Yeah.
And who knows if we ever are again.
And then from Raleigh to Fayetteville, where Cole's from, it's like an hour away. So I'm like, dude, like that's why.
I don't give a damn. We're going.
Yeah,
I was just scared that like it was gonna be blocked off.
Yeah.
Like the streets or something. But now that I think about it, I'm like, other people live there too. Like, why the fuck would we? Oh, but I don't know.
No, well, you didn't know how it looked. When we arrived, it wasn't what I expected either.
There was no one there, but there was people there beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, I got tripped out because in the front, the fence in front of the house has like writings from people.
It's a picket fence all over.
Yeah, so people write on it, and I started to trip out a bit when I saw one that was like fresh ink. And it 4/1/22, and that was that day.
It was 4/1.
Yeah, so I was just kind of like, I was looking around like, hey, where'd they go? Kind of shit.
Yeah, and I was surprised. I thought people were gonna show up too, like during that time, but no one. We were the only ones there during that time. But yeah, I mean, I was wondering like, being there and seeing his house and everything, where he's on top of 2014, right there. During that moment, how'd you feel? First, how'd you feel just seeing the house at first,
and then everything else,
and then your surroundings? Okay. Yeah.
When I saw the house, I felt a bit guilty. Like I was privileged to see it.
Oh.
Just compared to like how like I could only take a picture of it and show people, but like they couldn't be there with me because the reason I wanted to show people like it to begin with was because they met. It had something to do with it. Mm-hmm. So as in like we both like Cole this or that, but one specific person was Jerry, my cousin, and I had to FaceTime him there on the spot because I was like, I don't think it's fair for me to see it and and him not being able to be here this time. So that's like the main thing I felt once I took that in, and also the fact that it's a normal ass house. Yeah, like there's like it's a fucking normal house and just like the story behind it. And but then after that, I got the same feeling I get like when I visit the cemetery or when I take a bike ride down the riverbed to the beach, where it just feels like peaceful. Like everything cancels out and it's just like. It's not even like you're with your own thoughts and stuff. It's just literally like it's just
quiet.
Yeah, you hear wind, quiet, birds chirping. Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
And the weather made it great too. There, it was just the perfect setting. Honestly, it really fucking was. Yeah. I didn't know you felt that guilty part. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel, honestly, I just felt at peace. But then at the same time, I felt like, damn, so much came out of this house, as in the music that we fuck with. And one way or another, that music kind of impacted both of our lives. Yeah. And it felt like I was seeing something that I wasn't supposed to be seeing. And then it goes back with the whole privilege thing. Like, I'm like, damn, I'm really privileged and like grateful that I'm able to do this right now and experience this. Because I know a lot of people would love to do that too and probably aren't in the spot to do it. Mm-hmm. But for whatever many of the reasons why I was able to do it, I just felt very privileged and just, I guess, honored a bit too, Yeah. Just that feeling, and it was great. And then, but once like we left there, I got really homesick. Like, all right, I want to go back home.
Nah, see, okay, look, I felt that, but the thing is, this was a weird thing because like I had, when you have like high expectations for something, like usually it doesn't meet and you kill it yourself with that high expectation.
With the doubt, what do you mean, or like how?
Like expecting that Cole's performance was gonna make up for like that whole like homesick, all that shit kind of thing was kind of like I just kind of want to go home at this point. Mm-hmm. Like this was one of those rare times where it was met. You know, kind of thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I felt good.
Wait, so was it met or was it exceeded? Because there's two different ways.
Exceeded, because the festival itself was, I loved it.
Yeah.
Like I loved it. It was worth it. Even not without cold before. Never mind. I take that back. I need that part. But like, it was just really nice. Like other than the rest of the bullshit that came with it. And then the Waffle House. I had syrup. I actually put syrup on my shit.
Oh, yeah. Give context on like.
I hate syrup. I used to love it. Not even love it, but I just had it a lot.
Yeah.
And I think I started hating it to a point where like I was like 6, 7, and my mom would make breakfast and she would fucking drown my pancakes with syrup. So like I hate it when there's syrup and like literally like
build up at the bottom. Like
it's
flooding.
It's flooding. I'm like bro, there's a pancake in my syrup. But so then that plus Lorenzo still doesn't believe, but I already FaceTime Jerry and everything. I'm like, bro, we had syrup sandwiches. What is there not to believe about that? And then so all that is just kind of like, I don't know, I got tired of it. Like I really don't want to taste it no more at all. And so when we were at the Waffle House, the waffle was really good by itself, but I was like, fuck it, I had some syrup. It was really good. I fuck with it. I was like, it's actually really good.
It was really good. I like the waffle there too. It was very soft and it was just good.
Yeah.
But the restaurant itself was like not great.
Oh, like that. Well, I mean, our server dipped on us.
Dude, our server dipped. She literally served us, and she just came in too. I just saw she just came in. There, when we sat down, she just came in. I saw her like come in with like a bag or something.
Yeah.
And she attended us. She brought our food. She checked on us like one time.
Yeah.
And then we just hear all the other coworkers like, yo, where is she? Or like, she's supposed to take a table there at the bar. We were like at the bar area. And I was like, just look at me. I'm like, bro, she did that. Like, go check her car. And they were saying, go check her car because she might be. I'm like, we weren't that bad.
It's like, man, come on. How are you going to say you quit because of me? Like, all I said was no cheese on my eggs.
And she bring up my toast. All I asked for, can I have my toast, please?
Yeah, so that was, I liked it though. Like I said though, I just hope next year we can make it a bit better on the outside part of it. Plus, I feel like the people that are down, it will be.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, because, like, don't get me wrong, like, the festival was fun, but the festival was only for, like, a certain time throughout the day. Yeah. And then we go back, and then it was just, like, dead quiet. So having people around there talking about it, you know, joking around or this and that, it'll be a memorable ass experience, believe me. Drinking. It would be. So, yeah, hopefully start saving up whoever's fucking down, because if it's announced, we're going. And we want more people to come with us. Yeah, for sure. Simple adventures. For sure. Okay, for sure. All right. I got a question. We've talked about it before, but I kind of want you to put your thoughts out there and see what's up with it. Just because you showed me a question not too long ago right now. It was like, you know, would you do this, that, and it involved like time and everything. This for that? Yeah. Well, no, not even this for that, but like an option. But then your answer or my answer kind of like the timing of. Oh, you know? Okay. So the timing of the answer had to do with timing. Mm-hmm. So my question to you is, would you sell your soul to have the rest of your fam or whoever you care about, in this case, be set for life, like financially? In any way. In any way. Okay. In any way, as in like, well, I say financially because like if you say happy, then be like, well, they lost the person, you know, kind of thing, if whatever reason. But would you do that? Would you take that option? But they're set generations, but you'd have to sell your soul. And that question always confused me too, because like, what do you mean by selling my soul? Yeah. Like, in this case, I'll put it as in you in the next 5 years. What, you're 22? Yeah. Old ass. You're. Okay. So let's say you reach 27, right? Uh-huh. You're at a peak, and whatever you decide to do, and the option comes out to you to do that. But the part about you just selling your soul is like you will be unhappy for the next 5 years. So you'll be 32, and at 32 you're just
Done.
Done.
Yeah. But your family's set. Mom, sister, everybody.
But see, honestly, yeah, I would.
You would?
I would, just because I genuinely feel much more happier seeing other people happy. Like I don't mean to bring it back to the whole giving flowers from the beginning of what we talked about. But for example, when I see other people post about their craft, I'm honestly like very happy about it. Like for example, people post like their weight loss journey, or if people post that they got, even just like if people got like a new car, or maybe they did a cool ass drawings, or they're getting into music, or they got a certificate for something. One way or another, I always try to give people their flowers and say like, yo, that's fucking cool, congrats. Like I have a homie who goes to Fullerton, and I remember he was always kind of into like writing, and he started writing for Fullerton, like the newspaper. And I thought that shit was fucking amazing. I'm like, that shit's sick as fuck. So I would always step up saying like, you know, congrats, giving him his flowers and all that. So it like generally makes me feel happy seeing other people succeed, who in one way or another I care about or not. You know? Or even just, you know, whoever. So that whole selling your soul question thing, I'm like, honestly, like I'll have to think about it for a bit, but I feel like I would say yeah.
Because circumstances change it. Because you're saying yeah right now, right? You're 32. You have a 3-year-old.
I knew you fucking say that. See, fuck. That's
where you guys got me. Because I remember
Did I ask you that?
No, Chris and I talked about it first. Like the first time ever. And I think I asked him. And I thought his answer surprised me, because I thought for sure he'd be like, yeah. But he's like, nah. I was like, what? And
then he said no on the spot?
Yeah, he said nah. And I was like, what the fuck? And we talked about it and everything. But then for me, it was yeah. You know, like you said, you know, you like everyone the whole thing, like Jerry and Frankie, like I generally like seeing you guys happy. So I'm like, why would I not choose that? But you brought up the kid thing to me. You brought up the kid thing
like
to me.
You have a kid.
Yeah.
Because I know, because you've mentioned a lot, like you wanting a kid. Or that's like your dream, you know, in a sense. And for me,
it's a goal.
It's a goal.
It's a goal, yeah.
And for me, it's always been like a half and half. Like, do I want a kid or not? So if like if by that age, if I don't have a kid, then yeah.
32?
Yeah.
Oh no, actually it would be 27.
27. Yeah. If I don't have a kid, then yeah. But if I do, a lot, because at that point, I'm going to just be focusing on the kid and maybe whoever my partner is during that time, you know? And because right now, I'm focused on me, but I do focus a lot on the people around me.
Yeah.
Kind of make them be happy and see them happy. But at that point, once like a kid goes into that equation, or your partner, everything, that's when it's just you guys against everyone else in a sense. Not, you know,
I get what you mean.
You get me?
Yeah.
But it just, like you said, circumstances. But as of right now, you know, no kids or anything, so.
It would be a yeah right now, huh? Yeah, that's what my answer would have been too. It's kind of it's switched. Right now it's like yeah, but there's a lot of shit I still want to do too though. Yeah. But I would give up a lot of that, but it's just like you said, it's my dream. But that is one thing where I'm like I can't.
I know that was bad.
I can't let that one slide, because I actually do want to experience that too.
Yeah. That was a good question. Wait, did it come from the question?
It came from there.
Because I saw a question on Twitter where someone asked, would you lose an eye or would you give up an eye for $500 million right now? And we were with like a group of like people, like friends and stuff. So like we were kind of talking about it. And then a lot of them said, yeah, honestly. But for me, like, I really thought about it. I'm like, nah. Because one way or another, like, you know, I probably in my lifetime probably won't make $500 million. But I can still make something in a sense. Yeah. You know? And if I could have both of my eyes, then that's already enough worth it for me. You know? Because obviously $500 million will fix a lot of stuff. I'm like, but my eye, though, you know, no offense to anyone who has one eye, but I can't. I'm grateful to have everything I have right now.
When you asked that question, or you showed me it, I started like,
I know.
see how like, yeah. And I was like, I can't fuck with her right now. But then I was like, that's for the whole timing thing. I was like, right now, nah. Yeah. But I'm like, if you gave me that option like at 42, I'd probably take it.
Yeah, but that's because at that point you've already experienced so much.
Yeah.
You're already 40.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that whole soul thing, motherfucker. That shit, goddamn.
Yeah, that question really fucks people up.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because most of them say nah. But then I'm like, kind of wait out. But then that's where you tell about people's personalities, though.
Really? Do you judge people off of that?
No.
Like, if you ask them a question, like, would you rather do this or that? And then you might view them differently?
I guess it depends what the do this or that is.
But like, the question is?
If it's that soul one now, because I'm like, who the fuck really thinks about that?
You know what a lot of people ask that I've noticed?
What?
A lot of people ask, if you see if you see an old person drowning or a dog, who would you save? And a lot of people say the dog sometimes a lot.
Shit, that one.
But then people start arguing like, oh, well, that person already lived its life and this and that.
Live its life?
live their life, my bad. And then, but the dog is a dog, and they're unconditional. Fuck, like
shit, that was tough.
And then when I don't really know what to say to, like, in the sense of, like, for like my answer. I'm like,
for that question,
the most humane way would obviously be, the old person.
Yeah.
But it's like, fuck. But my question is, like, would you judge us? Would you judge someone?
Oh, would I judge someone off that answer? Nah, bro. I mean, that's a complicated one. But do you mean like a more kind of like, if that's how I figure people out, if anything? Or nah?
Nah. I mean, is that how you figure?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I don't do would you rather.
Would you rather?
I got a couple questions for you. Nah, but
what's your zodiac sign?
Okay. Anyways.
I'm like, even though I have a Scorpion tattoo.
Anyways. Shit. I was literally about to ask you about that last one.
The dog one?
Oh no, I think it was just the fact that I don't change my thinking of someone because of that.
I don't either. I just think it's funny, honestly, sometimes.
Like the answers and stuff?
Yeah. It's funny to see how their minds, how they try to reason what their answers are for. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they try to reason why they answered that. And then if people, and I've seen where people react like to that question that I said about the dog and the old person, and then people start reacting like, well, why would you say the dog? Like, why wouldn't you say a person? Like, they start trying to reason, well, the person lives with, like, they feel guilty. I'm like, bro, it's not that serious, but I get it. You know what I mean? You probably, because you put on the spot, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I
would feel that way. You gotta be like, fuck, I gotta weigh this shit out quick.
Yeah. Like, but what? You wouldn't say a dog? They're so loyal. There's some condition. I'm like, bro.
Wait, so what would you pick?
Me? Honestly,
it's like,
person.
No, it's like we can't add the age of those.
A person, just because one way or another, man, that's someone's family member, that's someone's mom, someone's sister, maybe someone's grandmother. So it's like, it's a person. Obviously, I love dogs. Like, I love my dog personally, but it's a person, man. Just because a person has more to
Hercules right now.
You better not come over. Just a person, because everyone has a story, and I'm not trying to be fucked up about it, but like, their story's more than a dog,
Wow! Wow!
I love dogs.
Wow! Controversy.
Hot seat question.
Wow! Alo hates dogs.
The title of the podcast. Alo hates dogs. I know. I have my dog's paw tattooed on me.
Yeah. All right, we're 43 minutes in. I think we'll call it an episode there. I did want to do one thing that we didn't do the last one. We're not gonna do it every single time, but this title actually meant something to me just because it's a start. I really fuck with that when they came up, just because, like I told you, the outcome of the first one where this person just told me, like, it made him want to do something. And then, with everything he was telling me he wanted to do, or whether it was one thing or another, I just thought of that. Like, it's a start. Like, it's basically what this was. Just do it.
It's a start. Just do it. You're going to have overthinking. It's going to be complicated. It's going to be stressful. Like, with that one creativity post that I sent you. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
But just, honestly, like this, we don't know anyone who's doing this, like a podcast. We don't really... Personally. We don't know, like, anyone. We do know some people who are into, like, for example, cameras and stuff, but not a lot. We kind of did this a lot on our own. Obviously, research. But it's like, look, all that research and all that stuff, it's more easier than actually starting it, like that feeling to start it. You get me? Like to just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes with that quote the quote that I always said, like, if you fear something, or what? How does it?
Quote he always says, if it gives you fear, no, just do it. And if it gives you fear, then do it with fear.
Then do it with fear. And that's honestly, since you told me that shit's been stuck on my mind like ever since. So it's like with anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, these people with these ideas, I'm kind of like, man, if my shit got you moving or thinking about that shit, I'm 100% on your thing, you know, like try it. And, I mean, this thing could fall apart in like 10 episodes, 15, 20. I don't fucking know. But like, it's a thing where like, you will never know if you don't try it. So, I mean, another quote that went back to help me with that was like people, older people than us and everything, like them being 50 around there, and them talking about, you know, like they just blink and now they're 50 and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, I'm like, if I do that, I was so scared to do anything at all. Or I'm like, I'll be 50 and I'll choose this life where it's like written for me and I just followed it. I'm like, I never even try to get out of it, you know? And that's a regret I would have like at 50 and stuff. So. And I could end up there, but at least I could be like, I tried some shit. I tried some shit. So. And
honestly, if you say that you tried it, that's already more than you being scared of it.
Yeah.
And not doing it, obviously, you know?
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, if it inspires people to do something, though, I mean, damn. Your inspiration's not that great from us because we're just two dumbasses here sitting on the table.
Two.
Oh, yeah. You're at one, Tim.
One. A big ass one. The fucking obvious one. But.
And then you see we said two dumbasses and then our, our thumbnail. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in again. We really do appreciate it. All the love, all the support. Like, subscribe. It means a lot. Comment. And if you guys want to throw out any questions that we would like to be asked on here, we'll do it definitely for sure. Not dumbass questions, but you know.
I'll take those. Shoot them in the DMs.
But seriously, if you guys want to repost on your stories on Instagram or anything, share it. It'd be very much appreciated. You'll definitely get appreciation from both of us, message or anything. But yeah, man, I mean, other than that, see you guys next week.
Call it night. Yeah. We out.
Thank you guys.